Okay, let's do this thing. Hello, hello, and welcome to my Monday Night Raw review, live from Greensboro, North Carolina. Almost all South Carolina, but it is North Carolina. Make sure I got the right Greensboro, because, well, no, I shouldn't get North Carolina and South Carolina wrong. So I know this is North Carolina. But yeah, let's kick off this whole thing, all right? We do kick it off with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, the Undisputed Tag Team Champions, basically coming out there to address Roman Reigns since they will be going to face Roman Reigns and Sol Sikoa United Champions in Saudi Arabia. I'm assuming Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are going to Saudi Arabia, especially Sami Zayn, unless it's some angle that takes him out before Saudi Arabia. I don't know, because like we know he never goes to Saudi Arabia, and we all know why. Syrian and whatnot. I know Kevin won't go out of respect for his friend, but that's why I was kind of shocked to hear on Friday, like, wait, is he really gonna go to Saudi Arabia? Because like that's kind of surprising if true. But one cannot be sure at the same time. But they addressed Roman Reigns, saying Roman just wants more titles. Sammy said, I should have got that belt off you. I should have beaten you at Elimination Chamber. But you had to cheat your way just to get through the entire title reign right now. But this has gone on for too long. You haven't been checked, and we're going to check you. All right? Basically, they call Roman Reigns a psycho. Right after that, Judgment Day came out, then basically saying, oh, you guys are still dealing with the bloodline problem, okay? And then I guess they said, oh no, let Dom talk. But then Priest said, we can fight right now. Balor said tranquilo, but listen, you guys are back where you started, all right? And you got to go against them. But you need to the line starts here with Judgment Day, all right? And Ripley said, we run Monday Night Raw. Fans chanted, mommy. Sammy said, well, I'd love to hear what Dominic has to say. Of course, that's going to get a lot of boos. But Owen says, we can't hear you, all right? And whatnot. And how about we just punch her in the face already? Owens is going to punch him, but Ripley got in the way. Next thing you know, Priest and Balor, then they all start jumping Kevin Owens then and Sammy. Sammy got a chair and ran them off then after that. So obviously just going to lead into a tag match later on. So this is the first of every team now trying to gun for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for those tag team titles now. But right after that, what was next? Shinsuke Nakamura versus The Miz. Nakamura won. Come on, it's The Miz, so I'm not really surprised who won here. It's Nakamura. And, like, okay, he beat The Miz. Not really think this is going to go anywhere, but yeah, he beat The Miz. Unless it's something that happens, I'm not really sure. The women's tag titles were supposed to be on the line tonight, but Adam Pearce said Liv Morgan is not medically cleared, so DeVille and Green could not get that tag match. Raquel wanted a match against Green, and I guess they ended up agreeing to it. We had a Seth Rollins sit-down interview throughout the night with Corey Graves, talking about Seth Rollins' entire career in WWE, from his days on NXT to being the first ever NXT champion, when he won and when the Shield had formed, doing their best to not mention, Moxley, Ambrose there. They really did their best to. They couldn't edit him out all the way, but they just tried to make sure they don't mention him by name, just show mostly Roman and Seth. But Rollins basically talked about, how about getting to the ultimate success and what would happen if he never hit Roman Reigns with that chair. Imperium were in the back. Well, Imperium came out as they Bartel there ended up introducing Walter. Basically says he has dominated SmackDown for almost a year as Intercontinental Champion and being the longest Intercontinental Champion in the modern era, and that somebody will have a chance to face him for that title. It was a battle royale then to see who was going to be going for that title, as there were a lot of people from, Corbin, I guess some of the free agents, Zion Quinn, Von Wagner, Tozawa, JD McDonough, Gargano, Matt Riddle, Shelton, Moss, which I know he's called Riddick Moss again, so I'm glad they got rid of that madcap. Apollo Crews, Mustafa Ali, Bronson Reed, Ricochet, Elias, Gable and Otis. So yeah, it was a battle royale. The one thing I can really kind of say from this is what I know McDonough ended up attacking Ziggler. Well, obviously, that's leading somewhere. I'm trying to remember everything. Riddle probably was one of the fan favorites, but he ended up getting eliminated. Imperium helped take him out. Actually had Bronson Reed winning this whole thing, but they gotta remember he's a heel. It ended up with Mustafa Ali, which I'm sure he'll get squashed like a fly. I don't really care. It's kind of funny Mustafa Ali won. Obviously, it's more of a political thing and Saudi, and of course he'll get cheered over there. That's the only reason why. But I'm like, wasn't this guy a heel? And honestly, I just don't care. Okay, like I said, I tried to be on the Mustafa Ali thing, but it's to the point I don't really care. He's just kind of it's just him. So Walter will kill him at Night of Champions. I guess they'll try to make this look good and try to make him some type of viable contender. But I'm like, wasn't this guy just jobbing every week and as supposedly a heel? But now all of a sudden he gets the title shot. So we all know why, Saudi purposes. But can I say I really care? Not really. It's just him. So I was hoping for somebody else. But hey, this is Saudi, so get what you can take. Becky Lynch came out basically talking about Trish Stratus, challenging her at Night of Champions, saying you want to talk about my kid and everything, because now, I go through a lot of stuff like everyone else does, but once you called my kid stupid, you are now a target, and now you are now my main business right now. So, Night of Champions, you'll see Trish Stratus there. Um, Ripley was watching Becky's promo, basically asking about with Natalia last week. Natalia showed up. Ripley said, "You're just trying to stay relevant right now, okay? So you don't want a piece of me," which Ripley is correct in every sense right there. Until Dominic said it was time to go. Mustafa Ali was gloating in the back and even went up to Walter and them. Walter said, you know, you will lose to me, but Ali said, it's going to be crazy. You're going to travel there, then travel back without the Intercontinental Championship. Um, Rhea and Dom came out. Dominic talking about Woods because we had a rematch, which basically ended up is the same result as last week with Ripley getting involved and Dominic rolling up Woods to get the pin. So 2 weeks in a row, folks. They had a JD McDonough video package. It's pretty good, by the way. Talking about the Aces here, the Irish Aces here to stay. He thought you can get, do everything right, but no, you perform for an audience of fools. He basically talked about Ziggler then. Ziggler has all these accomplishments in WWE, so why not go after him? Indus Sheer also debut. A lot of NXT debuts tonight, especially they did on SmackDown too. Veer and Sangha beating two job guys. Jinder was on the mic basically saying like Indus Sheer is here. We're taking over. Everybody's taking over Monday Night Raw. And then Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn were in the back. Imperium basically wanted a shot at him then. But he said, okay, you guys want to fight? We'll fight you next week. 6-man, we'll find a partner. Cody Rhodes came out, cut a promo talking about, these grounds, this arena, Greensboro, was the home of the first ever Starrcade. And then he talked about Brock Lesnar. How's your face, Brock? He talked about the story of the Scorpion and the Frog. Really good story, by the way. And, Cody basically talked about a Backlash, how he beat him, and you're not better than me. You want to be the next big thing? Yeah, you're the next big thing. You're no longer a big thing. You're just in my way. I'm taking over now, so you're not the next big thing. Great Cody promo. I guess Zoe Stark was talking about Nikki Cross and Candice challenged her to a match next week. Raquel beat Chelsea Green, but then right after, Ronda Rousey has returned since WrestleMania, and Shayna Baszler, which that match still made no sense. Which, if they were hurt, why were they even involved in that match? And they literally did nothing but like one move, and that was it. But they won a shot at those tag titles, which that was going to come sooner or later. Imperium was shaking hands with Paul Heyman. They went back to the Seth interview, basically talked about he's become from an architect to the Messiah to, the authority to now a visionary now. And now, it needs to be change here again. And that change is going to happen when he becomes the new World Heavyweight Champion. Right after that, it was the main event. Well, no, they had Apollo Crews video package. He's not seeing into the future anymore, folks, like he did on NXT. But they did have KO and Sammy versus Judgment Day in the main event. I know Ripley and Dom came out, I guess, for backup, but then referee ended up getting rid of him. Woods went after Dominic. Imperium was out there. Paul Heyman was out there then. Obviously doing what they could to screw Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn over, getting involved in the match. Ended up with Balor hitting coup de grace for the win after Imperium got involved. So Heyman just started smiling then. as Imperium and Judgment Day looked on. So everybody's gunning for those tag team titles right now. Will Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn make it to Saudi Arabia? I don't know. Honestly, I don't think they are going to Saudi Arabia, especially Sammy. Maybe they lose the titles. Maybe it's an angle when they get taken out. So I don't know. But it's still kind of crazy that this match is even being announced for Saudi Arabia. But other than that, that's all I got to say about Raw. So comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Hood Knight 890. I'm out of here. I'll see y'all then. Peace out.